right, peoples, let's get into Amazon and Amzy. So, what happened on Monday? Well, Amazon went down a little bit, minus 0.32 from 183 to 182, and AMZ went up from 20.51 to 20.54. So good job, AMZ. No trades and no shares. Um, so let's take a look at the weekly. So we're still running along here with 9,050 contracts. And not too bad. We're trading at 18, 100, boy, my brain, 182.55. Um, so, and that's just down a hair. So we're within striking distance. And where I thought originally earnings were this week, and I found out, no, they're August 1st. So we're not going to have earnings impact. So I think we look pretty good, and this is look at the big ones, right? The bulk is 95 and 97, so those are 7 and 8% with 4 trading days. I don't see anything happening to get us there. Sure, we could possibly go up here. Be interesting to see how this plays out with this pattern. I see some things, but not worth pointing out at the moment because earnings could change any sort of pattern I see. So, why don't we call that what's happening there? And so, knowing that we look pretty good when we get to payouts, I'll remind you of that. So, over in holdings, that's where everything gets figured out. So as we go down the smallest degree, we just creep down a little bit on that synthetic. That's just the way she works, right? We went from 13.6 to 14.4 to 15, right? And before that, it was 99, right? Call it 10,000. So just a gradual decline. And you kind of see that in the chart, right? When we go back and look, um, it's not all perfectly, but remember within this little bear flag, you can, depends on where you close. If you close up at the top or you keep closing at the bottom, even though it's moving up, you can still have a consistent downtrend there. So let's take a look further. And this is the stuff that helps us. So by slowly receding, and I always talk about that in a flat or slightly down or slightly up, we typically win our weeklies. Well, why? Because we write it slightly out of the money. So if you go up a little bit right to the strike or below, you get all your money, right? Makes sense. And then if you stay flat, you get all your money because you didn't really go up. And if you go down a little, of course you won your money. You didn't really go up at all. Now, so when I describe that environment to people, that's how you collect your income. Slightly up underneath the percentage up in the strike price that the calls are written, flat or slightly down. The problem is if you go slightly down day after day after day for month after month, you will end up with NAV reduction because your synthetics just keep sinking and sinking and sinking. There's nothing wrong with a downtrend and then come back up and make it up, right? Um, and the same thing happens when you roar up. So the worst environment, the worst thing that can happen on a stock chart, go look at Tesla quite a while ago, right? It was crashing, so it was just going down and down and down. You were getting income, but your NAV was going down with it, right? And then when it bottomed it kind of started up pretty aggressively. Well, guess what? You can't keep up with that. So you lost because any stock, I don't care if it's a growth stock or an income stock, when it starts going down and continues to go down, you're going to lose, right? It's just with an income fund, you're going to collect the premiums at these naked calls, right? But if your stock's going to go down 50%, you might go down 44% because you collected income along the way, right? But if it turns around and roars up, that naked call that you're writing gets capped, and I gave you that analogy is you're driving really fast with the emergency brake on, right? So you're eating up your brakes, you're killing your engine, and you're really getting nowhere, right? You can't maintain the speed. So that's exactly the worst scenario. Big drops and big moves up in an income fund. You will not do well. You want gradual. Um, I mean, there's nothing wrong that it has a 10% move one week and the next week it moves 1% or 2%. Then you got capped the first week and then you made all your income the second week. So then if it only goes up 5% the next week and your fund is writing 5% out in the money, you break even on your almost break even, maybe make a little bit, maybe make all of it, because if you go right up to the number, you get to keep all of your income. But if you just go a little bit past it, you really start losing, your income. You can always add back what you were paid to the strike price to see what we call break even. So anyway, I thought I would just educate on options for a minute here um, while I'm doing this. So let's wrap up. And what do we have? Almost 90% capture, right? This one doesn't really count too much, and it's almost 40 because it's just a little dinky one. But look how far these are out, 195 and 197 and a half. And we've captured 91 and 90%. So now here's a case they may not want, if I'm them, I take these off the table maybe Wednesday morning. If we continue today and we stay flat and don't really go up much, and these are 93, 94%, then on Wednesday, I say take them off the table, write another Friday somewhere and just get a little bit of additional income. Don't write next week because next week is earnings in it, right? Well, let's verify it's the first. Yeah, next Thursday is earnings. So, yeah, they could though. They could go on Wednesday and get a couple additional days in on earnings. Cause see that you really have to think about these strategies because this is a fair amount of money. They got a 1,090,000, 1,095,000, almost 1,000,001 here. So spending 20 or 30,000 and capturing 95 or 96 early and then writing a 7 day into the day past earnings seems to me like a good method. Don't wait till Friday. Okay, guys, so that's what I got here. You got a 15. I showed you that, right? 15, 14. Let's go look at payouts and wrap it up. Nothing changed here, right? Because we didn't put any new trades on. We still got 49 cents. We still want to capture all this, but honestly, I don't see how we won't. I mean, we'll capture 99.7 or 99.9 of it. Uh, that seems pretty much assured. We do have 15 million out there, but we got till 816, right? On those. Let's take a quick look. I think it's the 200s. Yeah. So we got till 816, 24 days, right? Till the expiration. So we look good. It's just I'd like to see them be a little aggressive here and get a little bit of extra money. Okay, guys, that's what I got for you. Again, this is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's for fun and entertainment. See ya. Bye.